Hey.
Suffolk County Police.
Okay. Hey, whoa, whoa. Don't touch me. Please don't. I don't consent to no search and seizures. I'm in public place. I don't whoa.
Whoa, relax.
Whoa. Because you coming up here running on me trying to grab me. Don't grab me. Don't touch me.
I'm not trying to grab you. Okay,
don't.
You have ID. You're on Suffolk
Listen.
County Police property.
You're a cop. De-escalate the situation. That's what you're trained to do, right? That's what you're trained to do. Whoa. De-escalate.
No.
De-escalate. I do not consent to any searches or seizures. I haven't broken the law. Stop backing. You're cornering me in a corner.
Listen.
You're putting me in a corner.
Identification.
Please stop. Please stop. I know. Look. You're pushing me into a corner. I don't want you touching me.
I don't care.
What is your name and badge number?
Do you have identification?
What is your name and badge number? Why are you coming up behind me? Stop. What are you guys doing? I do not feel safe. I do not feel safe.
We do not feel safe.
I'm not the one running up on you.
Sir.
What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number, sir? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number, sir?
What's your name?
I'm asking you what's your name and badge number. You made contact with me. What does your policy state here?
Did you hear what they said to you?
Do you have identification?
What is your policy state here? Do you have to identify?
Sir, do you have identification? I would like
Can
to
you
know
please
who
stop
are.
coming up on me? Look, you're putting me into a corner. Stop.
There is no corner here.
Stop.
I would like
You're
to
putting me up against the wall and I don't like it. You need to stop. You need to stop. Don't do anything. I have no weapons. I'm not a danger to you. I am committing a First Amendment protected activity. You will violate my rights if you touch me. Don't do this. What are you doing
You
this
have
for?
identification. We'd like to know what you're doing in our parking lot.
I don't care what you want to know. I don't answer questions. Am I under arrest? Am I being detained?
Identify yourself. You may be.
No. You see, you can lie, but that's not the case. Listen, am I being detained?
Listen, you gotta relax.
Listen. I talked to two officers. No, you are.
Order one escalation.
You are.
Okay.
I talked to two officers on camera before this.
This encounter explodes into chaos almost instantly. Before viewers even have time to understand the situation, the cameraman is already backing away, while multiple officers aggressively close in around him inside a police department parking lot. The energy is intense, unpredictable, and loaded with tension from the very first second. The auditor repeatedly tells officers not to touch him, accusing one of grabbing and cornering him against the wall. His voice rises with urgency as he insists he does not consent to any searches or seizures. Meanwhile, officers continue demanding identification and pressing him with questions about why he's filming near police property. What makes this opening so gripping is how quickly the encounter escalates from a simple interaction into a constitutional standoff. The cameraman keeps repeating one critical phrase over and over. Am I being detained? But instead of giving a direct answer, officers continue surrounding him, creating an atmosphere that feels increasingly hostile and uncertain. At one point, the auditor openly says he does not feel safe, while multiple officers stand only feet away, closing off his movement and intensifying the pressure. Then comes the dramatic turning point. The cameraman reminds officers that he had already spoken to other officers earlier without issue. According to him, those officers understood his rights, but this new group approached with aggression immediately. That contrast creates even more suspense, because viewers now begin questioning whether the situation is truly about safety or about authority. As the confrontation unfolds, a female officer attempts to calm things down and encourages conversation instead of escalation. But by this stage, the damage is already done. The cameraman believes his rights are being violated, while officers clearly view his behavior around police headquarters as suspicious. The opening clip hooks viewers perfectly because every second feels unstable. Nobody knows whether this encounter is about to end peacefully or turn into a full detention, with accusations of assault, repeated demands for ID, and
they were fine. You guys are surrounding me. Ma'am, I don't know if these guys are cops. Can you please just protect me? Okay.
You don't need protection. Just take a deep breath and have a conversation. We're all
How do you surround people?
Sir, we're all having a conversation, right?
Okay, let's have a conversation. No problem.
All right, what's going on today?
Nothing. I'm not doing anything.
You actually are doing something.
I am
in a police department's parking lot.
Can I tell you what I'm doing? Do you want me to tell you? I'm going to
know.
answer this one question for you. Ready? I'm engaging in a First Amendment protected activity. Did you swear an oath to the Constitution, ma'am?
Sir?
Did you swear an oath to the Constitution?
Sure did.
So protect me from these guys and let me continue doing my constitutional right. That's it. I talked to two officers before this and they were very...
After the explosive opening, the confrontation shifts into something even more intense, a direct battle between constitutional rights and police authority. The physical tension eases slightly, but mentally, the pressure only grows stronger as both sides begin challenging each other's understanding of the law. The cameraman finally explains why he's there, stating he's engaged in a First Amendment protected activity and working on a story involving the police department. But instead of calming the officers, that explanation seems to deepen their suspicions. Officers repeatedly question what he's trying to accomplish, while the auditor pushes back harder with every answer. This is where the encounter becomes truly fascinating. The auditor argues that officers cannot legally demand identification without reasonable suspicion of a crime. Officers respond by suggesting his behavior around police headquarters appears suspicious enough to justify questioning him. The exchange quickly turns into a verbal chess match, where every sentence feels strategic and calculated. Then the situation takes another dramatic turn. One officer asks the cameraman to open his jacket and prove he isn't carrying weapons. Surprisingly, he agrees, but only on his own terms. Slowly, carefully, and while narrating every movement, he opens his coat and turns around, emphasizing that he wants safety first. That moment changes the atmosphere instantly. Instead of outright resistance, viewers see a tactical attempt to cooperate without surrendering constitutional boundaries. But despite cooperating, the cameraman refuses to let the earlier physical contact go. He repeatedly accuses one officer of grabbing him and insists he wants to file a complaint. The officer remains firm and unapologetic, refusing to admit wrongdoing. That refusal reignites the tension all over again. What makes this section so suspenseful is the uncertainty hanging over every second. The interaction constantly feels like it could escalate back into physical confrontation, yet both sides continue trying to maintain control through words alone. By the end of this segment, the auditor officially requests complaint information against the officer involved. At that moment, the encounter evolves beyond simple questioning. It becomes about...
What are you trying to accomplish today?
What am I trying to accomplish today? I'm trying whatever I want. I'm working on a story. These cop cars look cool. I want to look at them.
You're working on the story for what?
For personal use. I'm not answering more questions. Am I being detained?
Not right at this moment.
Okay, so what are we doing here? So what are we doing? At some point, what? This is public, sir. You need to learn the law. If you're gonna uphold the law, you need to learn the law.
You could be a terrorist. You could be a
That's the problem,
wanted
man.
criminal.
Listen, anybody on the street could be a terrorist or a criminal, but you guys have to learn the law. You don't come up to me. Listen, you came up to me and started grabbing me, man. That's not cool. I saw a video.
No, I didn't.
I have a wide-angle lens, so guess what? It's gonna see you grabbing me. And is touching another citizen an assault? Okay, I want a complaint for him. I want a complaint for him. He's not giving me his name. He grabbed me.
Here's the thing. You're not giving us your name.
I don't care. You don't need my name, ma'am.
You know what? When a lawful
No, you don't.
officer
I guarantee you I will leave here and you won't have my name, sir. Guarantee you that. All right? I guarantee you that.
You're being lawfully asked for identification. You are.
No.
This section completely changes the dynamic of the encounter. The immediate chaos fades, but the tension remains thick as more officers begin engaging the cameraman in calmer, yet highly strategic conversations. Instead of shouting and physical pressure, the confrontation becomes psychological, a battle of patience, persistence, and principle. The auditor continues pressing the issue of accountability, asking exactly where he can obtain complaint forms against the officer who allegedly touched him. But then comes one of the most revealing moments in the entire video. He offers the officer a way out. He openly says he doesn't want to file a complaint if the officer simply apologizes man to man. For a brief second, it feels like the entire encounter might finally cool down, but the officer refuses. That single refusal instantly hardens the atmosphere again. The cameraman appears stunned that such a simple apology is impossible, while the officer stands firm, insisting he did nothing wrong. The conflict now becomes personal, not just legal. Soon after, another officer steps in and tries approaching the situation differently. His tone is calmer, more conversational, but the objective remains the same. Identify the cameraman and understand why he's filming police headquarters. Once again, the auditor refuses to provide his name, insisting he has no legal obligation to identify himself because he has committed no crime. This creates a fascinating contrast. Unlike the aggressive opening, this segment feels like a slow-moving tug-of-war. Officers attempt to justify their actions by saying the behavior appears suspicious, while the cameraman continuously redirects the conversation back to constitutional protections and legal standards. Even while remaining defiant, the auditor tries to show cooperation in other ways. He explains that he already demonstrated he wasn't armed and insists he has no malicious intent. But despite the calmer tone, the distrust between both sides never disappears. What keeps viewers locked in is the unresolved tension. Every conversation feels like it could either end peacefully or suddenly reignite the hostility from earlier. Nobody fully trusts the other side, and every exchange carries hidden frustration beneath the surface. By the end of this section, the cameraman still refuses to surrender his identity, while officers continue circling the same questions.
Oh, you're not. Listen, there is no stop and ID state in New York. You can't just ask me, have I committed a crime?
Can ask you.
You can ask me whatever you want. You can ask me what the color of the sky is. You can ask me what size shoe I am. But I can answer you and say, no, thank you. I'm trying to be respectful. No, thank you. I don't want it. I don't consent to any searches. I don't consent to any seizures. I don't want to identify myself. That's it. I'm not committing a crime. I have no weapons. I'm not a threat to you. I'm trying. I told this man, listen, just DS. No, I have no weapons. No weapons.
Would you open up your coat and show us that you have no weapons?
Sure, I'll do that for you. Just so that way, look, I'm opening up my coat. Just so that way you don't know.
I appreciate
Safety first. I have nothing. I have nothing. Look, I'm going to turn around.
that. I appreciate that.
I'm going to turn around. I have
Show us
nothing.
The other side as well, sir?
Sure, I have nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn
Can you
around.
empty out your pockets for us?
I'll do it. No problem.
I
Because I
appreciate
want your
it.
safety first.
That's what it's about.
I want
It's
your
about
safety first. Look, keys.
All right.
I want safety first. But this man, now you came over here and started touching me, man. That's not cool. That's not
You
cool.
gotta recheck your cameras, buddy.
Okay. No, I know what I check my cameras. Okay.
right.
I want to complain for him.
Okay, the front office is around this building to the right-hand side. You can walk in the
All right,
front
thanks.
and speak to the
And what's your name,
officer
sir?
at the desk.
Hanley.
What?
Hanley.
Hanley? How do I spell it?
H-A-N-L-E-Y. I'm just gonna ask you what's
N-E-Y.
your name. This is for intel.
Listen, I'm not I showed you I'm not a threat. I have no weapons on me. I showed you I'm not a threat. Who's this?
Other officers in uniform. Look,
Okay,
all
great.
officers here.
Yeah, because
I-
listen,
I've been
wait,
warned you of
but you
that.
guys,
These
this is a
gentlemen
police
are
headquarters, and you guys come at me with this regular guys. Okay, I get it. You guys are detectives, whatever, undercover, plainclothes. But, I mean, he did come out with his badge, but you can't be touching me like that and putting me up against the wall, man.
Having a conversation and answering questions keeps things
I'm
at a low
trying.
level.
They didn't
At
even
a low
ask
level.
me a question, ma'am. They just came up to me and put me into the corner. If they would listen, you came here and listen, you did your job. You came here and you de-escalated what you're trained to do. And what did I do in return? I showed you I'm not armed, and I've been nothing but respectful
How
towards
about
you.
we move on with our day?
I mean, you can move on with your day whenever you'd like, ma'am. I don't know what you need to do, but you can go and do whatever you want to do. I'm not stopping you from doing your job, ma'am. Hanley, you got a badge number?
655.
655. Thank you. So I'm not being detained, correct?
Not at this point in time.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. And you said I can get complaint forms in there, right?
Out of this building, around to the right, there's a main office. You can speak with them at the front desk.
Okay. You guys got complaint forms.
They do exist.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. Hey, Hanley. Hey, listen. I don't want to put a complaint on you if I don't have to. You could just apologize to me and we can move on as men.
I did nothing wrong.
So you're not going to apologize to me for touching me.
I apologize for nothing. I did nothing wrong.
All right.
All
You could have
right,
just
I-
apologized. I don't want to have to file a complaint, but I mean, that's what you want to do. What's up, guys? Hey, can I get your name and badge number?
Pulaski, 619.
Pulaski?
Yeah, like the road.
And what's your name and badge number, sir?
Valzone, like calzone, but with an F.
Calzone with an F. Valzone.
You have
Gotcha.
any idea so we know who you are? You're not
No.
in trouble or anything. We just want to
No, I know I'm not in trouble, sir. I know I'm not in trouble. But listen, your guys came up to me real
You
hostile.
weren't here.
I know.
We're starting new. So do you have any ID on you?
I'm not relinquishing any ID to you. I don't want to identify
so
myself.
You're asking for my name, but I'm asking for your name.
But your policy states you have to give me your name. I don't listen. All I'm doing is following the law, and you're following the law. You gave me your name.
You're
Then
being
thank
a
you.
little suspicious right now, walking
Oh.
around headquarters. What are you doing over
I
here?
showed the other officers I had nothing on. I had
Okay, but
no
what
weapons.
Are you doing over here? We just want to know what
It
you're
still
doing.
doesn't explain why you're walking around police headquarters.
Because my tax dollars pays for this car, so I want to check it out. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see if you guys got your inspection on done right. Make sure everything's all right. Look, you guys are good. Yeah, 2021. See, I'm just checking you guys out, making sure everything's all right. That's all. I'm not doing nothing illegal, sir. I'm not. I have no malicious.
It's a little fishy though.
I could, yeah, but what crime is fishy?
You don't think in 2021 it's not
You're walking around police
fishy
headquarters.
that you're walking
nothing
around
going
police
on.
headquarters?
But is fishy a crime or a violation?
Suspicious
No,
right
but
now.
we have
Is
the
suspicion
right
a crime or a
to
violation?
ask you what you're doing here and why you're here.
No, and the same way I could talk to you guys, right? This is a consensual encounter right now.
The big
If I want to
difference-
walk away from you, I can, but I'm talking to you. I'm giving
The
you
difference is we're answering you and you're not answering us.
what?
That's the difference.
Because I'm not going to give you my name. That's not what. That's my First Amendment right. I don't have to.
But you're not like telling us why you're up here.
I did. I told many officers. I'm working on a story. I'm checking out these cars. I'm doing everything right. That's all I'm doing, man.
Did you tell them? Did you go inside? If you talk to them inside,
No, I'm gonna go inside because that guy put his hands on me, so I'm gonna file a complaint on him. But I mean,
Do what you gotta do.
no, of
Do
course,
what you gotta
man.
do. So you're not gonna tell us your name or anything? Like you said, we just want.
No, I'm not. I understand that's your job. Listen, I'm not saying you're wrong for asking me for my name. That's your job to do that. I get that, but to give you my name is something that I don't want to
You
do.
got anything you're hiding from us?
There's nothing I'm hiding from you now. There's nothing.
Nervous about. Just give us your name and be on our way.
For what? For what? What do you need my name for? Is my name gonna make me any less dangerous to you, sir?
I see you are dangerous.
it just helps when we like write a report, you know.
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
That's all.
Oh, I mean, you could write a report and put good citizen. All right? Good citizen. First name good, last name citizen. You could put that in your report. All right? All right, guys. You have a safe day. All right?
All right.
Take care. All right. You too. Sheesh. I can't believe that guy just got up on me like that. That's crazy. He trying to grab me. Wow. Well, I try to give him an option too. Listen, just apologize, and I will be men. You know, we can't shake hands because of Corona. How you doing, ma'am? Good. Good. We can't shake hands because of Corona, but elbow bump or something. That's crazy.
The final chapter of this encounter transforms into a tense war of endurance. By now, the physical confrontation is gone, but the psychological battle is stronger than ever. More officers engage the cameraman, and the conversation becomes a non-stop clash between suspicion and constitutional defiance. The officers repeatedly insist that walking around police headquarters filming vehicles and buildings appears fishy. But the cameraman immediately fires back with a question that dominates the entire ending. Is fishy a crime? That single line completely shifts the tone. The auditor begins dismantling the officer's reasoning point by point, arguing that suspicious behavior alone does not erase constitutional protections. Officers attempt to explain they're simply conducting an investigation, but the cameraman refuses to budge on one issue. He will not identify himself without lawful justification. The interaction now feels less like a police encounter and more like a courtroom debate unfolding in real time. At the same time, the cameraman tries to normalize his actions by joking about inspecting police vehicles and checking whether taxpayer-funded property is properly maintained. The humor briefly lightens the mood, but underneath it, the tension remains obvious. The officers still don't trust him, and he clearly doesn't trust them either. Then comes another revealing moment. The officers explain they simply want his name, so they can complete a report. But the auditor immediately turns the request into another constitutional argument, sarcastically suggesting they write good citizen in the report instead. That response perfectly captures the tone of the entire encounter. Calm on the surface, but loaded with resistance underneath. As the interaction finally winds down, the cameraman reflects on how aggressively the situation started. He repeatedly returns to the moment he says an officer grabbed him and explains that a simple apology could have prevented everything from escalating further. But that apology never came, and that unresolved ending is what makes this audit so compelling. No arrest occurs. No charges are filed. Yet the encounter still leaves behind a powerful question for viewers. Where exactly is the line between legitimate police investigation and unconstitutional intimidation? That uncertainty